I am seriously trying to do my part to stimulate thought and conscience, not only just sitting back here behind a camera at my desk, in my office, at home, just running my mouth. I'm not trying to do that, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of the world. I am a living example of, if you do not take heed, you're going to experience a lot of pain. And there is no pain like hunger pain. I mean, most people just don't get it, don't understand. I just got finished coming back from the store where I proved once again that I am out buying canned goods. Now, I could simply bring the cans low at my desk and say, here, you want to see them? That's not going to stimulate your thoughts. It's not going to. If you have an apathetic spirit, if you're complacent, if you're just going to sit there and continue to think that things are going to get better and stuff, then you're going to view me as pessimistic, out of touch with what you call the world and the life. You know, we got people graduating college right now, and there's no jobs available. Zero, zilch, nada. And let me just go ahead and call this the informative, updated news for today. Because I'm beginning to wonder if myself and J-Snip 4 are some of the two, along with New America Now and Pastor Joe Fox. I'm beginning to wonder if we are quickly becoming a dying breed in this country to give you actual factual information, especially on all different types of fronts. I mean, you want the financial front, you go to J-Snip 4. You want the survivalist front as well as preparing for economic time preparedness, you go to Pastor Joe Fox. You want the preaching front, you want the news front, you want the financial front, you want to know what you need to do physically with your hands, then you come to me. You want to be informed of what happens with a collapse when people do not take heed, and what's going to happen to your country and the type of nature that people are going to revert back to, then you go to New America Now. You see, it's there. It's there. It's there for your education if you want it. Now, we got people graduating school today that they don't have any jobs. But you know one thing that is for sure and faithful? That bill that shows up every single month saying that you owe for what they call an education that provides no benefits to you whatsoever at all. Now, the Republicans just got finished caving under. Instead of $250,000 of taxes being raised up on the rich, now if you make $400,000, that's when the taxes are going to take place, and you're going to be taxed even more so. Can't y'all see that all this? Let me slow this down for a second. Let me slow it down, because I don't want to speak so fast that I miss just people of common understanding. I want to speak to the educated and the informed, as well as those who are simple and common and who are just everyday people. Because I often pray all the time to the Most High for wisdom to be able to speak so simple that even a child can understand. That's how I want to talk. I don't want to talk above people's heads, because it does no good to sit and talk above people's heads. And neither am I trying to appease the pride of some people's mind and conscience and trying to show them how so-called educated I am, to try to influence them or gain them by using big old long words I can't even spell. But we are in a very painful situation in this country. We have sat and watched Hank Paulson literally do a threat to the Congress. Now, let me time out for a second before I go on with this thought and hit this. You mean to tell me that out of 360 million people in this country, that this is the best that we can do as far as so-called elected officials? You have got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding. There is no way that I can believe that American people would elect these people up there that are stage playing. We have a total disregard of honor in this country. We have a total lack of leadership in this country right here. And they are actors better than the people at Hollywood. That's what's going on for us. Now, speaking real truth to the real minds of real people, number one, you're going to have to stop being a coward. I'm not, forget all the rest, I'm talking to you. you're going to have to stop being a coward. You're going to have to start making painful decisions that is going to influence the course of your life, whether you like it or not. Because if you don't make informed decisions and changes right now, you're going to be in the crowd that's going to be belly aching after death. Ain't nobody going to care about it. You're going to go skydiving off buildings or put a bullet to your head or because you can't cope. You cannot literally cope because you found out that all your so-called wisdom did not apply in the environment that we're living in right now. And I'm trying my best to help preserve your family and you. I know that many of you are married to idiots. I know that y'all married to prating fools. I know that many of you get it. You understand. Been there, done that. You got it. You get the message. You get the revelation. But you're married to a stupid woman or you're married to a stupid man. You can't do nothing about stupidity. You know, natural retardation, you cannot help. But spiritual retardation, that is becoming an epidemic here in this country. Especially people who are too prideful to humble themselves. But don't worry about it. You're too prideful to humble yourself. Receive the word and the message. You will be humbled. And that is the truth. Now, back to what I was saying. We have had, what, $700 billion so-called printed. And we watched the Wall Street gangsters laugh all the way to the bank. We have watched Barack Hussein Obama, on his watch, spend more than $6 trillion just in his presidency alone. And not only that, he's got another $1 trillion on the table. And we are watching our national debt expand and continue to keep expanding and continue to keep expanding and continue to keep expanding. And you know what? There is no solutions whatsoever at all in the future for all this spending. They have none. Everything is, now, this is their solution. Temporary fix, put a Band-Aid on it. Their solution is continue to keep raising the taxes while we spin this country into oblivion. In case you hadn't figured it out, the President of the United States of America, Barack Hussein Obama, only has 3 groups of people that he supports and he is interested in. Number 1, Wall Street. He is just literally beholden to Wall Street. Number 2, the military industrial complex. Number 3, Hollywood. Got to have the entertainment. And before you think that I'm only just coming down on the Barack Hussein Obama administration and the president alone, see, I already know who they sold out to. I already know the special interest groups they already sold out to. I live next to a creek and know this. And I don't even have a TV signal. And I work very hard. I don't sit in front of this TV or this what you call this thing, this computer all day long. I ain't got time for all this stuff. But you know what? Don't think that this is just something exclusive to the United States of America. All of the G7 nations have all agreed unanimously across the board that we're going to expand our debt. We're going to inflate our currency. And we're going to keep on spending and keep on spending and keep on spending and keep on spending. Guess what? The sequestration is coming up in 2 months. And boy, a lot of people are getting ready to experience a lot of pain. And I do mean a lot of pain. Watch this. It's only a matter of time before they get the food stamps. It's only a matter of time. The EBT cards. Because this sequestration is coming up in a couple of months, they're starting to cut government jobs, trimming the fat all the way across the board. And some of you are next, especially you older people who are making a lot of money, that's got 20 and 30 years on the job. Hack. You better start preparing right now. You better start preparing right now. You see, this manufactured crisis that we have and we're faced with right now, this is all done on purpose. All of it is done on purpose. And you know, if you become physically responsible, that means you start using the mind. Because somebody has got to speak truth to your conscience. Somebody has got to. I think the problem is, I'm going to go back, like I said earlier in this video, I think the problem is that many of us are just flat out cowards. We know what to do, but we just don't do it. You know the reason why? Because we are used to being apathetic. We're used to being non-responsive. And we just think that there's going to be some people sitting on the side that's going to be benevolent to us and is going to take us in and take care of us because of our inconsistency in doing what we should be doing ourselves. I mean, I got a gathering of the saints meeting that I've got to plan this year. And the same thing that people were feeling last year about not knowing if we're going to be able to make it to that time, I am feeling that spirit right now. Now, I know that I was supposed to occupy until he comes. And we're going to go ahead and do that. But, man, I haven't got anything in my mind whatsoever at all. And I need to. And I need to, because this year GOTS is going to be some kind of GOTS. And I promise you this. I promise you this. When I tell people what it's going to be all about, only a few men are going to show up. All the rest of the cowards, they're going to bellyache. And they're going to make excuses why they can't come. You know why? Because we really are going to test you. We're not going to push you to the limits because you ain't never been there before. We're not going to do that. But we're not going to be sitting around under pavilions, eating lunch and dinner and stuff and walking around and fellowshipping and carrying on and having what you call a piezo good time. Each year we try to make it just a little bit more, you know, just a little bit more challenging, but we're really getting ready to make some leaps and bounds. Because the men that are able to come to this meeting, provided that you are invited and we want to actually have fellowship with you, we want to actually receive you into our group, we're going to do some real survival training. Because we got to get, you got to get the men ready. You got to. Well, China and Japan, as well as that whole Korean peninsula, that whole area of it, all of it, it is just in a literal uproar. And China, who funds our national debt and buying up all the land in here in America, looks like they're going to war with Japan, China is, and looks like America and North Korea is just one of these things back and forth. Now, you got to understand, North Korea is backed up by China. Japan is backed up by the United States of America. South Korea is backed up. I think I got these Koreas back, right? I may be wrong. I get confused sometimes because I got so much run around in my head. Either way it goes, the DMZ is toast. It's all it's just totally toast. What do we need to do? Buy food. I just showed you a video just a few minutes ago about food. You know, I'm right now, I've been buying so much other food. I've been trying to store up on this, you know, the good stuff, because I do want to try to stave, you know, being able to, let me say eating pretty good for a little while. But we have literally sit here and watched our taxes go up all the way across the board because they keep printing money. They don't have any solutions, America. They do not have any solutions. Now we're watching a paper sell-off of ETF contracts right now because, like I said, they're shaking the monkeys out of the tree. And people are starting to lose faith and lose heart. But for us that understand what's going on, we know it's a buying opportunity. And you need to go out and buy some more. That's what you need to do. Hallelujah. What was that I heard the other day? Oh, capital gains taxes. You know, when your mom and dad and people leave stuff to you, check this out. It used to be 5%. Now your government is taking 40% of the inheritance that your family has left to you. You see the reason why? You need to become your own bank. You need to become your own government. You need to get away from the system as far as you can and stop practicing this stupid thing called democracy, which means nothing more. And let me define it for you. Move all the people into population centers. That's what they call democracy. Huh? We're a republic. That's what we really truly are. So spread out!